I am recording with the Zoom mic today, so I pray, I swear to God, I hope the audio comes out better. Also, I don't know if you'll notice a change. I certainly see it, but I switched out to a 24mm lens. The image quality should be a lot better because it's not the kit lens. I hope overall I'm starting to increase the quality of the actual videos. Anyway, today I'm going to share with you a car channel. This person is a smaller YouTuber, so that's why I want to feature them. Even though I'm a small channel and I know I'm not really driving viewers or followers to these channels, I hope that eventually, if my channel ever grows, people go back and watch these videos, and hopefully then my friends on YouTube will reap some benefits. So today's channel we're going to discuss is called OctaneMonkey, which I think is a great name. The person who runs that channel is named Brandon. Brandon's channel is self-described as "We do car reviews, budget and performance builds, amateur racing, autocross, drifting, and other car-related hooning." I didn't actually find Brandon on my own. I happened to be posting my car stuff on Instagram, and the great thing about Instagram is the tagging features actually work, so it does drive people to your content based on people's interests. Brandon happened to see one of my photos and I think maybe a comment on somebody else's account or something, but he had sent me a direct message asking for me to look at one of his videos, which I gotta tell you, that takes a lot of courage, and it also takes a certain person to be able to do it without sounding like those people on YouTube that are constantly in the comments being like, "Oh, come look at my channel, great stuff," and you could tell they didn't even watch the person's video and they're just kind of self-promoting on somebody else's space. He didn't do that, and instead he had the courage to just reach out and say, "I see you like cars. Check out my video if you're interested." You know, as a new YouTuber, it is really hard to break into the scene. It just is, because there's already people who have big content and big followers, so I appreciate what he did and I wasn't mad about it. He runs a great channel. It's just getting off the ground. Especially if you like classic cars or some of the older cars, you'll probably like his channel. He's not so much into the like really modern stance cars, which I feel like there's a ton of content on YouTube for that. Not that there isn't content for classic cars or things like that. He's got a specific style to his work that I think is really approachable. He's also got a project car that he's been filming, which is super cool to me because, I don't know, I can never get enough of project cars and I think it's really inspiring. Something that I really like about Brandon's videos is that he's got this really quiet demeanor about him, and he has this subtlety when he makes jokes that you don't always realize he just made a joke, and it's usually pretty brilliant. So some YouTubers really force the comedy. I might be one of them. I don't know. He just kind of slips it in there and moves on. Like, he's not trying to overhype his own content, which is, I appreciate that. So let's take a look at Brandon's channel. Today he has 414 subscribers. Hopefully we can see that number go up. He has a couple of playlists on his channel. He has his build series, which is what I was talking about with the project car. Something really cool about the project car is he recently just filmed the effort it takes to buy an engine. Basically, he found a private seller for an engine, and he shows the process of meeting up with the person and the painstaking efforts it takes to get an engine out of somebody else's car and into the back of your own car because they weigh a tremendous amount of... Anyway, back to the playlist. He has his build series, and he also has some reviews. There's only 2 videos in the review section. Again, I think he's just starting out. I'm not sure when he started his channel, but it is still a small channel. Additionally, he has a couple of DIY videos, such as license plate relocate and install, which maybe in the future I might do. I gotta check Jersey's laws. Knowing New Jersey, probably anything good they don't let you do. He has how to take apart and paint the inside of your headlights. He's got some autocross videos. Basically, he's got a little bit of everything for someone. Brandon's super down to earth, and it comes across in his videos. He seems like a very approachable guy. Like I said, he was very respectful when reaching out, asking to have, take a look at his videos. You should totally check out Brandon's channel. Encourage him to make more videos. I know that he's probably got his own life outside of the channel, just like the rest of us small YouTubers who can't make a full-time career out of it yet. So if you're into cars, let's help him get his channel up in those subscriber counts. Brandon's got an Instagram, which is updated pretty frequently. Recently, he had just posted a classic a classic car lineup. That's a really nice photo, actually. It's a really sick photo. You should check it out. Actually, his Instagram has more followers than his YouTube channel. He has 15,000 followers on Instagram and only about 400 on YouTube, so we need to change that. Current cars in the garage are 2001 BMW 330 Ci, which I believe is the project car, and a 2006 Pontiac Solstice. So yes, the car community is oversaturated with YouTubers, but it can't hurt to have one more. I think his channel is great, it's small, it's growing, and us small channels need to stick together. So thank you, Brandon, for reaching out and sending me your channel. I've been more than happy to follow. I'm really enjoying the build series so far, and I can't wait to see more. Check out his channel. Let's have a chat. Since we are doing a car channel for today's Follow Friday, we might as well chat about why I'm getting into cars in the first place. Number one, I think it was only a matter of time given the fact that both of my parents have driven pretty cool cars in their lifetime. They also both ride their own motorcycles. Currently, my dad doesn't own one anymore because we hit some pretty rough times while I was growing up, so we ended up having to get rid of the motorcycle he had, which had a sidecar for Trav. Mom's purple Harley Sportster is still in the garage. My point is, both of my parents have a need for speed, and it's just been passed down in our family. So it was really only a matter of time before I found my niche in the need for speed column of the family genes. Number two, having been sick for so long, I basically didn't live a life for several years. And everything just kind of went downhill from there, and I very rapidly realized I wouldn't be able to pursue anything I wanted to because my health was declining. Got to a point where I just stopped doing everything. I didn't do anything. I didn't paint, which, as some of you know, was my pretty much full-time career. It's what I went to school for. So the one thing I had identified myself with for a long time was no longer something I could do, at least not at the pace that I needed to make a career out of it. Which was really depressing, and I already had depression to begin with, and that just added to it. In short, I took about 3 years of doing absolutely nothing, and everything that I was died with everything that happened during that time. Cars are really the first thing that, since that time, actually fills me with a lot of, joy. It's invigorating, I'm excited, and I actually have a drive to learn more. No pun intended. Me liking cars was inevitable, but me finding this much passion in cars, I wasn't expecting it, and I'm just kind of rolling with it because it is the first thing that I have truly felt excited about in a long, long time. And I'm becoming a new person, so I'm slowly rebuilding my life, I'm rebuilding who I am, I'm rebuilding the things I like to do, and this is just part of it. I'm sorry if you followed for that type of content and you feel that the content is changing and it's not changing towards something you really care about. But part of my intention in starting this channel was to show that I can pursue my dreams, and that's not affected by the fact that my brother has a disability. There's been this long-held belief that if you have a sibling with disabilities and you choose to keep them in your life and not walk away from them, there's this idea and the stigma that there's no possible way you can follow your passions and dreams, that those two ideals are completely incompatible. So I don't feel I'm really straying all that far from the path of what my channel was intended to be. I am showing you guys that I'm pursuing the things that I love. It's not affected by my brother, and if anything, these are things I can involve my brother in and we can have a great time. As you saw at the first class fitment video, my dad and brother met up with me halfway through the day, and Trav enjoyed it, and he loves cars and he loves going fast. As I mentioned before, we had a bike with a sidecar and he loved going in that sidecar. He loves it. He loves being in the car. He loves going fast. That's his kind of thing. He's a bit of a thrill seeker. So I don't think my life with my brother has to be separate from my newfound love of cars. As always, I will see you guys on Wednesday when the next vlog goes up. Since we're doing a car channel since we are doing and both of them have both of them, holy